Dickhead number one. Say hello. You're going to sit there and we don't want to do. Hey, go on, sit. Sit down. Yeah, go on. Dickhead. So yeah, carrying on stripping the cosy down there now. There you go, side skirts off. It's never been off, riveted on. There you go, front end cap, side skirt. And good and bad news is, good news, look at that. Ooh. She's solid. I did dread to think what was on this outer sill under these side skirts, because you can't like buy a car and say, excuse me, can I take the side skirts off? But the lip's solid, she's solid all the way along. So a little bit of, I think, oh no, it's under seal, but there's a bubble. That's a bubble in this. That's how the lip goes, isn't it? But yeah, she's solid all the way along. So I know I've got a solid one. I could see the floor, but I can never see under the sill. But I've had the front wheel off and the inner arch off, and I don't know if you can see it, well, just in here, right at the end of the inner sill, there's 1.5 inches of rust. Got a little rust right in the corner. So basically, where it's got condensation inside and the car's sat on the side, the water runs down this way, and I've got a little rust hole. So it's about this big on the end. Took the inner arch off, found it, knocked back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grind that back. I'm going to weld that up, and I'm 100% guaranteed that the other side's going to be the same. But obviously, I don't want to get the car painted and then start getting the welder out. So tomorrow I'm going to finish stripping it. Tomorrow evening, my mate's, I've got no gas at the minute, so my mate's going to bring his gas bottle over for me, rig it up to my welder, and I'm going to weld the front up tomorrow, because I'm guessing there'll be a little hole on that side. So get this hole welded up tomorrow, street it, get that one done, and then basically the lad who paints the car is happy to weld up holes, but I'm not happy to let somebody weld up holes on my cosy. I want them done properly, so I know the car's solid. But yeah, but she's used and abused, and I beg anyone to tell me they've got a used and abused cosy that's out in all weathers. Take your side skirts off and show me an outer sill and an inner sill as solid as that. I'm not going to avoid the fact it's got a little rust hole. It's an Escort, you know. There's nothing, just because you put an RS Cosworth badge on a Ford Escort or Ford Sierra, doesn't change the metalwork that goes onto these cars from a Sierra LS, LXI, whatever, V8, whatever, anything like, or a Escort RS2000, Escort SI, you know, doesn't change the metalwork. Metalwork's metalwork, yeah? So don't tell me that because it's got a cosy badge and you wrap it in cotton wool, it won't rust. They all rust. But as much as this is 50 shades of blue at the minute, how solid is that? Solid sills, solid underneath. I'm hoping the other side, fingers crossed, will be as solid. But I am guessing I'll find some more rust. So tomorrow I'm going to get on that. So I'll finish stripping this side, turn it around, and hopefully get it all out for ready and stripped for tomorrow's welding. So I'll let you know how I get on. Cheers. Plodding on. Yeah, done a fair bit of stripping today. All the carbon's out. Door cards are out. All side skirts are off. Rear bumpers off. I've put these colour coded handles back in, so I'm going to get it painted, because there's a lad who's making me up some nice skins, carbon skins to go on there. Better than the carbon skins I've done. Yeah. Just plodding on, but yeah. There's a hole in the front of this side, so I've got to weld up, which is annoying. And that exactly the same place. The other side, but a lot bigger. Look at that. Well, it wasn't. It was only like a pea size, and I've gone on and attacked it and attacked it and attacked it. I've gone that far up in the corner, basically, where the water sits. So, got to build that up. it's strange because everyone says they rot around the towing eye cover and the rear bumper hangers and this and that and the other. No, solid everywhere else. Sills are solid in and out. The lip that comes down the sill could be better. That's a job for another day when she's on the 2-post in the future. Tidy up the underside. So yeah, I've got to try and get that all done, the other all done. Yeah, and then what day is it? It's Wednesday today, so everything's off it. I think above the windows, I've took all the trims out. Took all the trims out, so the windows, I can get us all the bolts for the windows, but I don't want to take them out yet in case it rained, because actually she's outside at the minute. I'm leaving the wild tail and spoiler on because he's got to run a cheese wire down here to get this off because it's tiger sealed on, so he's got to, if I take this off, he's got nothing to hold it onto, so might as well leave it on, and the painter can take that off. So yeah, all that's left, windows and a bit of welding. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But like I said before, I'm not going to hide the fact it's got a bit of rust. It's an old Escort, you know. It's not a concourse, never has been. It's not a show car. I'd go to shows, but I don't go to shows intending to win anything with this. Just like driving it there and back. So yeah, bit of welding to do. I'll let you know how I get on. Evening, night time, late night, whatever. What time is it, Jack?
Don't know.
You'll be seeing more of this man in MRM SpeedShop stuff, because when the workshop's up, Jack's going to be working along with MRM a lot more, isn't he, Jack? Obviously, I've converted him to a Ford man already because he's got an RS2000 now, so do you know what I mean? It didn't take long to convert him, did it? Really? Eh?
Nah, not with your influence.
To the dark side. To the dark side. But yeah, we're still out here at the minute because I spent most of the day stripping this, as you saw earlier. Front, I linished back, got ready for welding, made up my plates. When we was going around the back, I found a bit more, and then we've rebuilt the corner at the back of the sill. And as we thought we was finished, we were coming forward, and I had hit everything with a hammer, but we found a little bit more on the basically outer sill at the rear that was a little bit questionable. So was it 8x2 inches? We've just cut out and putting that back in, but we're butt welding everything, linishing off the weld, so it's seamless welding. But it's late at the minute, so trying to get the rear finished tonight. I can finish the floor, the front bits of the floor tomorrow, the sills, and then windows out, get ready for paint. As long as they don't come over any more surprises, but I think give it a good hammer all over. We're getting there, like, well, yeah. So I think half hour on this side, do you reckon? Yeah, and then 20 minutes on the other side. Yeah, we'll be done, won't we, on the back tonight?
Yeah, just a couple of bits of splodging now, isn't it?
Yeah, man. So I'll give you a good look around what we've welded in the morning. Cheers. Guys, back out of the garage. Had a little tidy up. There she is. All the welding's done. I'm happy with all of it, bar one little bit because it's so thin. I didn't want to keep chopping. I'll show you, but basically we kept looking, and yesterday more banging at this, the more I found. So this corner here I've replaced. This is a new lip here, gone all the way down there. So a nice new lip and corner box section. It goes about inch inwards as well. So a bit of stone chip on there just to tidy her up. But yeah, obviously it's going for paint, so the paint will tidy the rest up, so don't want to go mad. But I've put a new lip on there, so I've got to screw 2 holes in. Basically the side skirt goes up here, 2 screws go in. There was nowhere to put any screws in basically, so rebuilt that lip. That's the passenger side. The driver's side was absolutely solid. I haven't touched it, but I did put a new lip on. Just added to it there. Yeah, so I'll just get the the body man to just tidy that up a little bit for me. Bit of a hardener filler in there, like, because I just added 10mm. Yeah, because there was nowhere to screw that to either. Yeah, had a little clean up today. Cleaned off my coilovers, give it a jet wash underneath. Cleaned off my fuel tank. Can't see the fronts. I'll do the fronts in a minute because I've got to jack it up because I'm changing the wheels, so I'm going to clean the fronts off as well, even though the inner arch goes back in. Whilst I've got all the cleaning stuff out, take the opportunity to clean the inner arch off. So I'll video again in a minute. All 4 wheels are off. So, oh yeah, and all my windows. Back on the 18s for now, obviously. If they're going to get painted on anything, I don't think he will, but these are the ones I love the least. I love them, but I can't drive on them. I told you before about the splitter, so. But yeah, all the windows are out. Front's all tied up. I'll give it a good jet wash under here, good clean. So that's well welded. You can't get a grinder in there to linish off the weld, so I cut that side but welded it, but you can't, so it's overlaid that side. You can't get a grinder in there, so a bit of stone chip over the top. Yeah, I'm going to get the body shop man to have a look at this lip. It's solid, but there's a few pit holes in it. Until I took the grinder to it, I didn't realise, so I might get him, if see how good he is at welding, I might get him to cut that off and put a nice, it's solid, seam sealer down the bottom and filler would be alright, but I might get him to replace that. But yeah, nice and clean underneath. So that was the driver's side bit. Passenger side bit, again, had to overlay weld. You can't put weld in here because you just can't get a grinder in. So that's all solid and a bit of stone chip over the top. Might get the body shop to seam sealer it. So yeah, but again, nice and solid this side. Yeah, so again, nice and clean. So this is a solid old car. I mean, chassis legs, nice and tidy. So yeah. So yeah, let's get these wheels on, get it back in the garage, and then tomorrow load it on the trailer off to the paint shop. This has been a long week and I'm knackered. So this, I think when I upload these, I'm gonna have to do a 2-part. I've got that many videos compilated. I'm gonna have to compilate together. Yeah, that bit there, I'm going to get the body shop to address that. Everything else is solid, so I'm going to get the body shop to put some rust on there or something, some zinc prime or something, to get him to have a look at that. But everything else is solid. The car, I'm really happy with the car. It's nice to know when she comes back from paint, she'll look good and she's not hiding anything, you know, she's a solid motor. So let's get these wheels on, chuck her in the garage. There you go. She's all loaded. Ready to go to the paint shop. Yeah, quite happy with the way she ran on the trailer. She's because she's quite close to her. Another reason to change these wheels because these don't stick out as much as the 19s. The spokes on the 19s protrude quite a lot. Like, anybody notices I've got 3 straps in all my pictures, it's because I can't find my 4th strap, so I use the winch on the towing eye to hold the corners. So yeah. Wife says I always sound out of breath in these videos, and it's because I don't stop and I grab the videos in between things. So if I sound out of breath, yeah, I apologise. But yeah, all loaded. Pretty chuffed with that. Had a geezer on Facebook again today. Don't think he means to be annoying, but just people take things too literal or what like. Somebody's always got to argue with something, haven't they? Basically, I posted a picture of the rust, saying that was addressing the rust and the fact that a lot of people who own a Cosy think they're immune to rust. If you go on Escort Cosworth pages, Escorts are the worst. Sierras and Safs and things like that. The Escort Cosworth owners they think these cars are immune to things like, I know it's mint, it's low mileage, it's this and that and the other. And you will find people with those beliefs that their cosy is mint and it's not going to rust. That comment I made, the same comment on an Escos Cosworth page and a Cosworth page, and everybody agreed with it and understood what I meant. But I've made the same comments on MRM SpeedShop page and someone's jumped on it and gone, I don't think you'll find that people believe Cosworths don't rot. What would they do? There's people out there, genuine people out there. It's genuinely the owners of an Escos Cosworth who believe that it won't rot. So he's come back at me and says, well, if you believe that, I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you, or something like that. And it's like, oh, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you wouldn't trust me? I'm the one Cosy owner, the rare one, that posts pictures and videos of things they're addressing. So I had a bit of rust in the corners. And what? Bit of rust, do you know what I mean? People go off MOT history, but let's be honest. I've identified the rust, fixed the rust. You'll never know it was there. When it goes for MOT, it's not going to identify rust. So MOT history don't mean nothing when you've got owners like me who will identify, address and fix issues. When it comes to an MOT, that will never say it's been rusty in an MOT. So my MOT history is still going to be nice and shiny. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It frustrates me. People frustrate me. Geezer probably didn't mean to frustrate me as he has, but just everyone, there's always got to be an argument there. Someone's always got to be out there to argue with something little you've said or what. So anyway, forget that. She's on there, she's going down the paint shop in an hour or so, and I'm buzzing. Can't wait for it to come back in one colour, looking the bollocks. So yeah, again, if I can ask people to like my videos and subscribe if you like my content, I might take a bit more video when this lands down there. That's next. Got to address the engine noise and that. I've had a look. I think it might be a weak tensioner or a stretch chain. We'll have a look. So that's got to be addressed. And then, do you remember Lee's RS 2000 van? The blue one? That's going back tomorrow for a set of gas coilovers and some work on the top, on the head, on the side of the head, because it's leaking a bit of oil. So it needs heli coiling. So a couple of days work on that. So there's that one at the paint shop, that one addressed, then the van. Need to get that done and gone. I want that gone for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? He's dropped me off some brakes. It's annoying that the brakes he's dropped off, because I've got to drill and weld them and drill them and tap them. I just wanted him to drop something off that was bolt on, because it's running now. Do you know what I mean? I wanted that done for Christmas. That's got to be good done and gone by next month. I want it gone by next month. Little jobs like changing the light fittings on the front, he's going to do. So it just needs running and driving, so I need to sit down, measure up the boost pipes, water pipes, get it driving and braking, and back to its owner. So yeah, cheers, like and subscribe, thank you.